My Mexican mother has a solution to every problem. From the most profound questions to the most simplest dilemmas, it's always the same answer. Well, how do I find happiness? Jesus. Well, how do we fix the economy? Jesus. East Coast or West Coast rappers? Jesus. My mother even had my Bolivian tough-as-nails father doing the Lord's work, which meant whatever the fuck she wanted. My father preferred to concern himself with passing on the Silva name, making sure I'm successful in the future, and considering that his son, his only child, has an alarming interest in comic books and dress-up, meant regimented studies and plenty of manly activities. And my dad is, if you're gonna do it right kind of guy, and there was no talking back. He came in my room once and looked at me and said, "Look at the electric bill this month. Look at it." I pointedly said at 12 years old, "Father, I cannot talk about this at this moment." Bas! He smacked me so hard, I flew across the room and stuck to the wall like a piece of wet bologna. So it's no wonder when the opportunity came for me to go to boarding school in the lovely, not boring at all New Hampshire, I jumped. But before I could leave, I had to have a very important conversation. The most important conversation a parent can have. The sex talk. Now, I thought I already knew everything because I had watched every season of Married with Children. But my mother insisted on having this conversation, but the problem with that was that she was really uncomfortable having it too. So in trying to say something, she just looked at me and said, "Your body is a temple for Jesus. He's the only one you let in." But just to make sure that she had her bases covered, she sent in my dad, the enforcer. And my dad got me in the car under false pretenses of going to pick up building materials. And as soon as I got in the car, I heard click, click. I knew something was wrong. He looked at me with the most serious of stares and said to me, "You're going to school now. There will be girls there. You know what your mother would say." Jesus? And then he let me go. and so off I went to boarding school. And I came back home one summer between junior and senior year. And I was a grown-ass man. I was independent, 17 years old, recently de-virginalized. I was amazing. I was a rising senior. And I refused to move in back with my parents, absolutely refused. So I moved into the basement. My mother was reluctant, and my father just saw it as the preview of the next 20 years to come. So they let me go, and there I had myself a couch, a TV, something resembling a toilet, and a queen-sized bed. A queen-sized bed that I fully intended to put to use. Because this chubby Mexican was gonna go back to his senior year a better man. A man that had doubled his numbers to 2. So, I had decided to put that education that I went away for to good use. Phase 1, get my parents out of the house. I can't have my parents in the house for this kind of situation. If I bring a girl over with their sense of smell and sensitivity to immorality, there was too many scenarios where they could interrupt and embarrass. So I was going upstairs to visit them and actually just to look for leftovers. And I hear my mother say, I want to go out tonight. My chance, right there. You should totally go out tonight. There's that comedy starring that guy you like so much. George, let's go. I love that guy. Are you gonna get ice cream afterwards as well? George, let's get Ben and Jerry's. It's been so long. Make sure to get there early enough to see all the previews. Are you coming too? No, I can't. I have to go to concert with my friend Marquitos. Really can't do it. And it was on. As soon as I hear them pulling out of the garage, I call up this girl I met through a friend of a friend from St. Ignatius High School who had reportedly said that I was cute. So it's on. Phase 2, the preparations. In the ETA time I have to her arrival, I execute my baggage grooming. I floss my teeth vigorously. I put on my most nonchalant cologne, Axe body spray. I manscape a level trim. And I just really wanted this to happen. So I pulled out all the stops. I get my emergency stash of beers. I order a pizza. I run to the corner store to get a box of condoms because I know that the combination of nosh and apartment means an ejaculatory good time. Phase 3, sexo en los ojos. She arrives, and I welcome her with all the amenities that I had done in prep. And we have a beer, we have a slice of pizza, we talk, I crack a joke, she laughs, I whisper seductive phrases in Espanol, and we start making out. And she says to me, maybe we should move this to the bedroom. Sure. I'm so excited that this is working that I forget to turn the light off. So we get in bed and we continue to make out. We begin to take off pieces of clothing, engage in foreplay. And she pulls me on top of her. And as soon as I'm there, I've done it, I'm there. And I hear a noise and I open my eyes and there is my father standing at the doorway. I forget how to breathe. I lied, I schemed, I had committed commandment-breaking coitus. He's gonna kick my ass. He's gonna kick my ass and I'm naked. He's gonna kick my naked ass in front of St. Ignatius. He's gonna kick my naked ass in front of St. Ignatius and she's gonna tell everyone I know. And to make things worse, I could have looked at the wall, I could have looked at her. I had the option of closing my eyes, but I am transfixed on my father. And I am hard. I am hard inside St. Ignatius. It's like a Mexican standoff, but with Bolivians. It's a Bolivian standoff. And I don't blink. I'm waiting for the draw, and he reaches. Oh. I saw the light on, and I thought you were gone. And I don't like wasting electricity. So I came off to turn off the light because I don't like wasting electricity. Okay. I'm going to leave now. Have a good night. And as he goes to close the door, he does one of these. He looks at me and does one of these. I am shocked. I am confused. For one, I am not dead. And all the meanwhile, St. Ignatius is there trying to hide herself and failing at it miserably. And she says to me, I can't believe that just happened. And I'm like, I gotta save face, I gotta save face, I gotta save face. I know, right? And I'm sitting there and thinking, I'm shocked. I'm completely shocked. And first of all, I'm not dead. Second of all, my dad caught me having sex. He caught me, his baby boy, and gave me the kid that he raised like a C.S. Lewis novel, these. And at that point, I didn't thank Jesus, I didn't thank God. I gave thanks that night to having my father. Thank you so much.